already know who it is. It's your girl Sugar Nine. I want to thank everybody for tuning into the Need Some Sugar podcast. We are on episode 3. I'm excited. This episode is titled Look at You All Grown Up. Now, with my sound off at the end of this episode, you're going to figure out why I titled this episode that. So the topics we're going to cover today are the death of Kevin Samuels, the arrests of Young Thug, Gunna, and other YSL members, Tory Lanez versus Megan Thee Stallion. Yes, that's still going on. The formula shortages going on around in the country, and why do they really want to ban abortions? Last week I talked about Roe versus Wade. It was very baseline. I gave, some simple facts, some simple opinions, but I'm really going to dig deep into why they want to ban abortions this week. Okay, so let's get to it. I totally forgot to mention we're also going to talk about Bad Boys LA. But first, I want to talk about the Kevin Samuels or the passing of Kevin Samuels. I don't want to say it was a huge thing on social media, but it was at the same time because Kevin Samuels was like certain guys' savior. Like he said everything that they thought. He held women accountable for everything. He said a lot of things that men want to say or a lot of men agree with. And honestly, I've watched one or two interviews or videos of Kevin Samuel and him interviewing or talking to women, and I never was interested in again. I never wanted to hear that man speak again. May he rest in peace. I'm sending love and prayers to his family for dealing with the loss of a loved one. But as far as him as a person when he was living, I didn't fuck with it. Sorry, no disrespect to the dead, but the things that he said to women were just awful. Telling women that, being fat is unattractive. Listen, I'm not even saying this because I'm fat, but listen, baby, me being fat has never, and I mean never, stopped me from getting any man that I wanted. Okay. So out in the streets, these men may be like, oh, I want a bitch with a slim waist, fat ass, da 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 da. Nigga, you love all this gut and there's no butt. So shut the fuck up. But anyway, Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. It's kind of ironic that you talked about women, dying alone, but you kind of died alone. Anyway, rest in peace. Bye. Next, we're going to talk about Young Thug and them getting arrested. The only thing I want to say about that is y'all niggas is too rich to be doing dumb shit, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Y'all, I know that certain rappers don't want to basically be frauds in their raps. Like they really want to live out what they talk about, which, okay, I can respect it. But at the end of the day, if I'm making money like Young Thug and Gunna, I'm not getting myself mixed up in any street shit no more. Like y'all don't got niggas to handle that without y'all being attached to it. No. Free them till it's backwards, I guess. Y'all, Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. If y'all don't know what happened between them, it was alleged that Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion in her foot after they had an altercation in a vehicle, and it was a whole debacle behind that. Tory said he didn't shoot her. Meg said he did. Everybody else is being quiet about it, which I don't understand. And my opinion on that situation is I really don't have one at this point because it's been going on for so long. It's been dragged out that I'm literally just waiting for the court proceedings to finish, for all the proof to come out, for Tory to do an interview, Meg to do an interview, Kelsey, Megan's former best friend, to do an interview, somebody that was around to do an interview. I'm waiting for somebody to actually tell the entire story. I know Meg told, her side of the story, and I feel so bad for that woman. Like, if for her to possibly have gotten shot in her foot, and I'm choosing my words wisely, y'all, because this is still an open court case and nothing is proven. So it's allegedly, supposedly, all of that. I don't know any of this to be fact. I'm just going off of what's been put out on social media. Megan said that Tory shot her. Tory said he didn't. They're still going to court about it. And I'm just like, just drop the tapes or something. There's no way that no one was recording that or no one saw it. Like, it's just the only two people that we hear talking about it is Meg, and Tory tries to drop little shits in his songs, but it's really nothing. I need the whole story at this point because I'm tired of it. Tory, if you shot Meg, you a bitch. Meg, if you lying, that's wrong. Kelsey, speak up, mama. Anybody else? Come on. We want to know the story. If nobody is going to give us the full fucking story, then stop talking about it. I'm tired of hearing about it, okay? Lock the man up if he shot her. Cancel the bitch if she's lying. Do something, because at this point, I believe the victim until proven, otherwise. But it's just getting dragged out for too long, honestly. I can't stand this shit. So we're going to move on because I'm getting bored talking about that. Let's talk about Bad Boys LA. This week, Jonathan came back. They had a little house party. Jonathan came back and he went upstairs, started unpacking his shit. And Milan and his friend that he called last week, Rio, went upstairs to follow Jonathan. And, everything was kind of tense. But Rio took a shot from Jonathan. And then Jonathan said, like, this my room. Rio said, whose room? No, it's not. And then they started fighting. But as Zeus does, they cut it off. And I'm like, bitch, stop cutting these fights off at the very fucking end of these episodes. Like, I'm sick of this shit. Now I gotta wait till next week. Like, I know, as a network for a marketing ploy, you're gonna cut the episode off so that we can come back next week. Listen, bitch, if you would have gave me the whole fight that episode, I'm still coming back next week to see the aftermath. So stop cutting the shits off at the end. That's all I had to say about Bad Boys LA, because nothing really happened. It was them getting ready for the party. And that's just about it. I totally forgot to mention, I'm also going to talk about Jocelyn's cabaret reunion on this episode too. Zeus, dear Zeus, somebody needs to hear me out and hear me clearly. Stop fucking giving us hours long episode or an hour long episode worth of these bitches getting dressed. I'm giving you 10 fucking minutes to show me these bitches getting dressed, talking shit, saying what they gonna do, what they not gonna do. And then let's get to the fucking meat and potatoes. Let's get to the reunion. I am so sick and tired of these reunion episodes. The first episode is just these bitches getting dressed. I know what it takes to get dressed. You get your hair done, you get your makeup done, you put on your dress or your shoes or your whatever the fuck you're gonna wear, and you go outside and sit down and let's start the fucking reunion. Why are we waiting a whole hour to see 2 minutes worth of the reunion? And all these bitches did was argue and fight a little bit, but y'all cut that off too. And Jocelyn and them is getting sued, so I doubt that next fucking week they're gonna show us the whole fucking fight. Okay, excuse my language, but I'm a little annoyed. Okay, I pay for a goddamn subscription. Well, let me stop frauding. I use my best friend's subscription, but regardless, we pay for the subscription, bitch. And I want to watch something that's worth watching. I want to watch something that's entertaining. These hoes getting dressed is not entertaining. These hoes saying, oh, I'm going to confront Jocelyn for saying nigga. I'm going to say something to her for talking about my kids. We know these bitches have issues with each other. We know that they're going to confront each other. Show us them confronting each other. I don't care about K Capri getting her fucking waves fingered or finger waves for like an hour. Smoking hookah. I don't give a fuck about that. Or Riri sitting there talking like she don't want to open her fucking mouth. By the way, Riri, I ain't got no issue with you if you ever hear this. But she's sitting there talking. You could barely hear what the fuck she's saying because she don't open her goddamn mouth. Fucking Amber sitting here talking about she don't like that Jocelyn called her nigga and she wants to confront her. Bitch, she called you a nigga right in your face and you didn't say nothing when it happened. So miss me with the I'm going to confront her about that. You should have confronted her when she got in your face and she pushed you, bitch. Apply some type of pressure when shit happens in your face. Make it make sense, y'all. And then Lexi Blow talking about she don't want no issue or she just want to confront. But girl, you be all over the blogs for real talking. Who else? Fucking Diamond. She's still sitting on here saying, oh, bitch, you mad because I keep saying nigga. Yeah, bitch, you don't need to say nigga. Like, you literally, maybe you're not racist, but you need to watch your fucking mouth. That's another thing y'all need to understand. If you are not African American, Afro, Latina, Afro, nothing, you cannot say nigga. That's not your word to say. I don't give a fuck who around you is letting you say it. That's block. But you can never get that with me. I'm going to tell you, watch your fucking mouth. And if you don't watch your mouth, then you're going to see what I'm going to do about it. Point blank, period. Raven's really pretty, but she's kind of whack. Lollipop, I always thought she was fucking corny. I don't know. There's just something about her that's just a little corny to me. It's just, and also, let me say this. When I talk about people on reality television and shit, I am literally going off of what I'm seeing on TV. I don't know none of these hoes personally. So if I meet these hoes personally and they tell me some behind the scenes shit that I didn't see that makes sense on why they said this, this, and that, then maybe my opinion will change. But from what I'm seeing now, my opinion sticks until somebody send me some more tapes of something else. Point blank, period. Now, I want to move on to a more serious topic. The formula shortages going around in the country. Now, when I mean formula, I mean baby formula. A lot of people all over my Facebook, even in the news, all over everywhere on social media, are saying that there's a shortage on baby formula. Now, this ties into the next topic that I want to talk about. So, last week I talked about Roe versus Wade, right? And the fact that abortions will be illegal in certain states. It's not going to be no longer be a constitutional issue. It's going to be left in the hands of the state to create legislation on whether or not abortion will be legal in those states. So let's ask ourselves, why do these politicians want to ban abortions? On the surface, they say, "Oh, we're pro-life. We it's if it's a viable fetus, we want it to go to term and be born, blah 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 blah." If there's a lot of people getting abortions in a couple years, or not a couple years, but in 15, 20 years, who is going to be working if no one is having babies right now? Who is going to contribute to social security if no one is having babies right now? How is one race going to be strong if no one is having babies? You know? So let me take that back on saying to save the white race, but I honestly feel like it is to, save a certain population. That's what I will say. So maybe not necessarily just the white race, but it is to keep a certain population thriving. Okay. It's also an economic thing. Um, because who's gonna be working in the future, like I said? Who is gonna be the workers? And honestly, if these babies born now, I don't know what generation they're gonna be called, but if they're anything like Gen Z, bitch, you ain't gonna have no workers because Gen Z ain't for the bullshit. Neither are millennials. We are over this working 40 hours a week. Like, who came up with this shit? Bitch, I wanna live my life. I'll work a little bit for the money that I make. I feel like we understand that you have to work for your money. We understand that. But this slave type work, 40 hours, clocking in at a desk, or hard labor for basically no fucking money, get out of here. That's why people don't want to have kids. You're not paying enough. There's formula shortages. Who wants? I know, we're naturally supposed to breastfeed, but some women cannot produce breast milk. Some women, the baby won't latch. There are reasons why certain women do not breastfeed. So therefore, do not hit me with the, "Oh, just breastfeed if there's a formula shortage." Sometimes that is not the only fucking answer to a formula shortage. How about we figure out why there is a formula shortage and don't blame COVID no fucking more? COVID has been here, so why haven't we adapted to the fact that, okay, shit shut down because of COVID? Now let's figure shit out. We're not on lockdown anymore. No, everyone is going back to work. Y'all not giving out any more stimulus checks. Why the fuck aren't people in factories or wherever working, making formula, making couches? Like, y'all, I know I'm kind of everywhere with it, but I'm going on a little rant, so follow me. I ordered couches March 24th. Do y'all know my motherfucking couches are not going to be here till the middle of June? Talking about the factory shortage and this parts and these parts and that parts. It's just everything is going crazy, y'all. Everything is just everywhere. Okay. I don't even know really what to say about it. It's just I have so much going through my mind right now about that. It's just everything makes sense. Everything is happening for a reason, right? COVID happened. So factories shut down and things weren't being produced. And now there's a shortage on this and a shortage on that. And this is on back order and that is on back order, like cars and furniture and formula and food and all this other type shit. Like, and then y'all want to ban fucking abortions? If we don't have enough shit for the fucking babies that y'all want to be born, why do y'all want them to be born? Y'all don't want to up the wages for people, but you want to up rent and you want people to bring babies into this world that they can't afford. Hello, newsflash. 90% of people know that they cannot afford children, so they don't have fucking children. Like, come on. I know a lot of people be like, "Oh, you shouldn't have had a baby if you can't afford it." How are you going to say that to someone who can't get an abortion if they find out they're pregnant? "Oh, you shouldn't have been having sex." Get the fuck out of here and get real with me, please. Get real. Let's really think about that. Like telling somebody just don't have sex. Like what? Or use a condom. Condoms are not 100% proof. Tuh. Birth control is not 100% proof. Come on. Y'all following me? I know somebody got to hear me. Somebody is feeling me. Like, it's just a lot going on in this country right now that just bugs me the fuck out. And I just be looking at shit and I'm like, yo, there is no way that I live in this country and all of this is going on and I'm just living and breathing and okay. Like, I be having a little bit of anxiety just thinking about my baby growing up. I'm like, what type of world is she going to grow up into? Like, they're not paying nobody enough. Rent is damn near $2,500, $3,000. Y'all not raising the wages to make up for the rent increase, to make up for the food increase. Like, inflation is out of this fucking world. And y'all want to blame fucking Joe Biden? Like, this is deeper than fucking Joe Biden, y'all. This is deeper than just our president. Our president is a pawn. He does not make no real moves. I hope y'all understand that. Although there is, there's much power behind us voting for the little people who are around him making decisions is the real power, not just the president, not just the big dog. People think that, oh, we're just going to vote one time during the presidential elections and that's it. No, you got to vote for people to be in the House of Representatives, in the Senate, your local governor, mayor, all those people. That matters too, because all of that trickles down and trickles up. Y'all, it's a lot. It's a lot. It is. Y'all see, in the beginning of my podcast, I talk about real light stuff and things that aren't that serious. But once I get deep into shit like this, it really bugs me. Like, y'all, I know this started out about abortions, but just think about everything that's going on around us. Like everything that's going on around us, I feel is a ploy to break us down, to keep us in line. Because they see a lot of people is like, wow, I want to be free. And they don't like that. And by they, I think y'all know who I'm talking about. But let me get off that. I think I'm done for the topics this week. So now we're about to get into my sound off. Now, this week's sound off is about men trying to talk to females that they've watched grow up. That is the reason why I titled this episode, Look at You All Grown Up. Because time and time again, these men watch these girls grow up, and then when they're grown, they try to talk to them. Why the fuck is that? Where do in y'all mind y'all think that is okay? And by y'all, I'm talking to the men that do that. Why do you think that is okay? What justifies that in your head for you to say, okay, I'm going to try to talk to this girl. She's grown now. I know there is not one person that's listening to this podcast that has not, and I'm talking about females, that has not been, approached by a grown man that watched them grow up, that they've known since they was younger. And the first thing that man will say is, look at you all grown up. Sometimes it's innocent, but most times it's not. Most times they're setting you up for, oh, bitch, I'm about to try to talk to you. So I'm about to feel you out real quick. Let me compliment you on being grown so that you know what type time I'm on. What the fuck is that? And y'all want to know the reason why I decided that this will be my sound off this week? Because that shit just happened to me. I was going to name drop, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to say his motherfucking name starts with a R. Okay? And if you're from Egg Harbor City, I think you know who the fuck I'm talking about. This man really tried to talk to me. Like, talking about I'm attracted to you. Bitch, have you lost your fucking mind? You have watched me grow up. what about me attracts you to me if you've watched me grow up? You've been around me since I was in fucking diapers. You've been around since I learned before I learned how to fucking talk. Nigga, what? Like I y'all when I got approached like that, I was gonna cuss this man smooth out, and I mean cuss him out. And if you know me, you already know how it gets when I cuss somebody the fuck out. But I'm getting older now, and I'm learning how to, maintain my peace and just respectfully let somebody know what it is and what it ain't without having to exude so much negative energy because it takes a lot of negative energy to cuss somebody out. I have to muster up a lot of energy in order to, say negative things to someone. So therefore, when this happened to me, I said, you know what? I'm gonna call this nigga weird. I'm gonna tell him to get the fuck up off my line, and I'm gonna tell him do better with himself. And that's it. Because you know what? You never kick somebody down without extending a hand to lift them up. If you're listening to this, Mr. R, I want to let you know this. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not one of them. I don't know how or what made you think I was one of them, but I need you to do better with yourself. You're a grown ass fucking man and you still don't have nothing going for yourself. Let's get it together. I don't play about me or anybody around me, and I don't play about my respect. Yes, look at me all grown up. So therefore, I demand fucking respect and I deserve respect. I feel like that's disrespectful. You trying to fucking talk to me and you've watched me grow up. You want to know why it really, really, really pissed me off? You know what? I'm gonna leave that. I'm not even. I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm not even gonna say why it really pissed me off, but I'm gonna say it also made me feel some type of way because it just has me thinking, what if a nigga I'm talking to now or a nigga my age tries to talk to my goddamn daughter when she gets of age? I'm going to jail, y'all. Because how the fuck legally, yes, there's nothing legally wrong with that. However, if we're looking at in the court of public opinion, bitch, if you've watched a girl grow up, what about her attracts you once she's grown? Like that makes me think, how fucking long have you been looking at this girl like that? How long have you been having these thoughts about this girl? Because 9 times out of 10, it makes me feel like these niggas been looking at these little girls since they were little girls. Cause you mean to tell me the minute a bitch turned 18, that's when he finds her attractive because she is 18? No, motherfucker, you've been looking at that girl since she was 14 when her hips started to spread and her boobs started to come in. You've been looking at her, but you don't want to get in trouble. So you're like, I'ma wait. I'ma wait. I'ma wait. I'ma wait. She 18, 19, 20. Now you want to try to talk to her, bitch, you damn near fucking 50. Coughing up fucking dust. Bitch, get out of here. Y'all, I'm sorry, but like when this man tried to talk to me, and let me stop saying he tried to talk to me. He just said some very out of line things to me. And I'm like, yo, bitch, you've literally been in my life. It's not even like he's somebody that was just around the way and I saw him sometimes. No, this nigga literally has been in my life on and off since I was a fucking toddler. I am 27 years old. I will be 28 in October. Like, bitch, you've been in my life since damn near I was 2, and you talking about you attracted to me? Have you lost your fucking mind, you bozo? Oh my god, y'all, niggas are noodles to me nowadays. Like, I like, yo, I don't respect that at all. Like, this is why sometimes I be feeling like I'm the realest nigga people ever met because I wouldn't even move like that. I don't surround myself with people who move like that. And if you do, I ain't fucking with you, and I'ma blast you because people need to know this nigga's weird. Don't fuck with him. Y'all, that was my sound off for the week. I'ma try to calm down because y'all, I done got hot in here. But yeah, long story short, don't fucking try me. If you're a nigga who thinks you're gonna try to talk to a female because she's all grown up now, don't do that. That's dirty, that's weird. And I honestly feel like it's perverted because, like I said, how the fuck long have you been looking at that girl? You didn't just start saying, "Ooh, she's cute." You started looking at that little girl since she was, like I said, a little girl. Because to you, Mr. R, I should be a little girl to you still. Even though I'm 27, in your eyes, I should still be a little fucking girl. You should still look at me like Lil Nana. No. You looking at me now like I'm Big Suge, like the rest of these fucking niggas. Like, nah. Fuck. All right, y'all. I had to step away real quick and collect myself after that sound off because that got me very worked up. It made me very emotional, and not emotional as far as sad. It made me very angry just thinking about that. That, listen, I don't play. Like, people who know me personally and have known me since I was young, when I go off, I go the fuck off, okay? That's why most of the time I'm very chill, I'm very calm now. I don't really take anything serious, very nonchalant vibes, okay? I like to have fun, positive vibes only. So we're about to get back to positive vibes, okay? I want to thank everybody for tuning into the Need Some Sugar podcast. Make sure you're following the Instagram page. That's Sugar Podcast, SUGGAHPODCAST. Also follow the Facebook page, Needs Some Sugar Podcast. Make sure you like the Facebook page. Clips of the podcast are available on the Facebook page, but I prefer that you guys listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or directly on the website, which is in the link in my bio on Instagram. I also want to make this announcement that soon I will be doing interviews. I want to start with a lot of local rappers from Atlantic City. So if you have a rapper in mind that you want me to interview, just send me a DM on Instagram or send me a message through the Facebook page and let me know who you guys would like to see be interviewed on the podcast. I want to, help our local artists, business owners, and anybody who's doing something positive within South Jersey, get their shine and get their light and have people, know who they are and what they do. Because I feel like South Jersey needs somebody or needs a couple somebodies that are going to blow up and put us on the map. Okay. Anytime somebody gets famous from Jersey, most of the time they're from North Jersey and South Jersey. It's our fucking time. Okay. So we're about to do big things on the Need Some Sugar podcast. I'm going to do interviews. I'm also going to bring on special guests so we can just talk about random topics. And also, I will be offering commercial slots next week. I will be giving out my first commercial slot. So if you're interested in having a commercial on the Need Some Sugar podcast, just DM us on Instagram and also message us on the Need Some Sugar podcast Facebook page. And I will give you guys all the details about the commercials and how much it's going to be, the time. And then you just let me know what you want to present in the commercial. Okay. So once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Come back next week for episode 4. Bye.